English for All channel. How are you, my student year 1? I am so happy to be with you today. Our session today will be about traditional tales or story. The first tale we talked before, did you remember this? Who can remind me the session? Who can remind me? Yes, we talked before the previous video. What? Ungrateful tiger. Where is the place? Yes, Korea. Excellent. Today we will take the second one that is called Tiddalik and Thirsty Frog. This is the title of our tale or our story of today. But before we start the session, I want to say something. We will take something is called a setting. What is the meaning of a setting? Is the place where a story happens. Previous video I give you a story about ungrateful tiger. It's happening where? Where is the place? In Korea. Today the place will be in a country in Australia. Okay? Where is the place in Australia? It may be in forest. It may be in a city. It may be in a space. It may be under the sea. But the country is called Australia. Let's start together our story. Tiddalik the thirsty frog. What is the meaning of thirsty? Thirsty is he want to drink. He was so thirsty means he want to drink. Long ago in dream time. What's dream time? In Australian stories is the time of the beginning of the world. When the world was new, there lived a small frog called Tiddalik. The hot sun made him thirsty, want to drink again. So Tiddalik hopped down. Do you know the meaning of hop down? Jump down into the water hole. What's water hole? Water hole means a small pond where animals drink. Why he hopped down or jumped down? For drink, because he is thirsty. Tiddalik drank the best of drink, drank and drank until the water hole was dry. What's the meaning of dry? Without water, no water in this pond. But he was still thirsty, but he wanted to drink again. So he drank all the water in the creek. Oh my God, small river. He finished all the water in the pond and he go to the small river and drank again until there wasn't water. The billabongs. What is the meaning of billabongs? Who can say me? Means ponds. The swamps. The swamps means a part of land that have water. He drank all this. The rivers and the lagoons. Oh my God, he was so thirsty. Who drank over around him. What the meaning of lagoons? Lakes that are very big and that has what? Fresh water. Until there wasn't a drop left. He didn't leave any water on this land. After he had finished, Tiddalik's belly was as huge as a mountain. What is the meaning of belly? Means stomach was as huge as a mountain. Look at his stomach. It's full of water. Huge means very, very big as a mountain. And he was so heavy now. He was so heavy, very, very heavy to hop. He can't now hop or jump up because he was very heavy of water he drank. There was no water for other animals to drink. They bleated. What the meaning of bleated? Means begged. Means said to him, please, we need water. Please give us water. But there is no water for other animals to drink. They bleated with Tiddalik for water, but he kept his mouth shut. Kept the past of keep means he's still shutting his mouth. Let's make him laugh, suggested Wombat. Who is Wombat? This is a small kind of bird. This is Wombat. Small bird is called Wombat. He told the other animals, let's make him laugh. Good idea, said Kookaburra. Kookaburra is a kind of bird. Kookaburra said, good idea, and she told some jokes. Something make him laugh. Joke means you say something, make the other laugh. But Tiddalik didn't even smile, but he didn't want to smile. It's a traditional Australian story by Angela McAllister. Now want to know the characters of this story. Tiddalik, the main character, It's a frog and he was so thirsty, want to drink. And this is wombat. Wombat, small bird like an animal. And this is kookaburra, large Australian bird. And this koala. Koala is a furry animal, looks like a small bird, lives in trees. What's furry? Means an adjective of fur. Fur is a thick, soft hair on its body. Okay, and these are our characters. Will share us for the next part of our story. The next part of the story, Tiddalik shares. Koala stood on her head. Echidna made funny faces. What is the meaning of funny faces? She do something of her face with eyes, with nose, with mouth to make you fun. And lizard danced a silly dance. Means me what silly, not good. But still Tiddalik sat with his lips closed tight. But Tiddalik still closed his mouth. He didn't want to open it. Last to try was kangaroo, who boxed. What's the meaning of boxed? Means fought with his shadow. He has a shadow on the ground like this. He fought with his arms the shadow of himself. Thumb, 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 he says that. The thumbing disturbed platypus. What's platypus? This animal, platypus, disturbed. What is the meaning of disturbed? Woke up. This animal, platypus, was sleeping and the noise of foot of kangaroo woke him up. So, who had been sleeping nearby? Who woke me up? I was sleeping. Who make me up now and woke me up? She said, this animal said that, snapping her beak, and she was now cracking sharply with her beak. Tiddalik stared in surprise. What's the meaning of stared? Looked in surprise. He had never had such a weird means strange looking creature. What the meaning of creature? He looked at this creature means that God created this. Platypus banged her tail. What is the meaning of banged? Made a sudden bad voice. Heard tail. And tapped her webbed feet crossly with very angrily. Well, what's going on? She said now, what's going on? The angrier she gets now, more angrier. The more ridiculous. What the meaning of ridiculous? Very silly. She looked. At last, Tiddalik couldn't help himself. He opened his mouth to laugh. So why Tiddalik opened his mouth? Because what this animal do? She was very angry, very cross, and she said, what's going on with anger? I was sleeping. So he opened his mouth to laugh. Watch, watch, watch out means what? Watch out, look out, be careful, cried Wombat. Wombat cried and in a loud voice shouted, watch out, gushing a great flood. Look here. When Tiddalik opened his mouth, what happened? Gushed out a great flood. Great flood means huge water, filling the water holes and creeks and the ponds and swamps and lagoons, plenty enough for all the animals to drink. All water he drank before, now it comes to the everything around him. Water goes to creeks, go to the water holes, to swamps, lagoons. Now all the animals were happy because they will drink water that they have. This is the end of our part 2 of our story. So it's a happy ending because all the animals now are drinking and all of them are happy. So the title was of part 2 was what? Tiddalik sharing water with other animals. What do the characters feel when the Tiddalik drink the water? Write sentence. Choose 2 of these words. We have here happy. With a snake, we say the snake is happy. This is worried. We want to describe kookaburra. Kookaburra is worried. And this is what? Koala. Koala is uninterested, means unhappy. Wombat. Yes, wombat is cross. And this animal is called what? Kangaroo is sad. So we have here 5 adjectives and we want to describe these animals. We say the animal's name and is plus the adjective to make the correct sentence. Now let's remember together something about our grammar. Every sentence must have a verb. Do you know the verb? The act that someone or some animals do. Verbs tell us you or you when the action took place, happen. So verb tell us when the action happen or take place. Verbs end in ed in the past simple are about action happen in the past. So Tiddalik drained the water hole. What's the meaning of drained? He removed all the water from the water hole. Wombat bleeded means say please bleed in the past simple. With Tiddalik, the verbs above all ended with ed, so this tell you that the story took place in the past. When you tell a story, you must put the verbs in the past form because it happened from long ago. Look at this question. Write this sentence in the correct order. Add 2 more sentences to finish the story. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences, but they are in disorder. We want to make this in order. Can you order this? I vote for you to answer me. What is the first sentence that happened? Yes, excellent. Number 1, Tiddalik drank all the water. Number 2, the animals pleaded with Tiddalik. Number 3, lizard danced a silly dance. Number 4, kangaroo woke up platypus. Now I want you to add more sentences to these 4 sentences and write this describing the platypus, what he was doing. This is the end of our story today. What did you learn from this story? When you read in a story, you must take a lesson of this. What did you learn? We learn what? We learn that we should be sharing with our people around us all things. Don't be selfish. Don't be, what's the meaning of selfish? That you want to take everything to yourself and you want to give anyone anything. No, Tiddalik was so selfish. He loved himself only. He doesn't want to give any animal of this or any bird this water. He drank all the water from himself. So it is a bad adjective. We mustn't do like him. You must share others with your things. If anyone wants anything and you can give, you give this thing to him and help him. Don't be selfish. Now the glossary words of part 2. Koala, a furry animal that looks like a small bear and lives in trees. Echidna, a small animal with spiny fur. Boxed, fought, the past of fight. Disturbed, woke up. Platypus, a furry animal with a beak and webbed feet. Weird, strange, ridiculous, very silly. Gushed, ran out quickly. I hope that you understood the story and it was so interesting for you. See you soon and goodbye.